Hey guys, today I'm going to look at Accounting Plus for PSVR. This is from the minds of Justin Roiland and William, I'm just going to go for it, Pugh, I believe. Sorry, William. The game managed to reach my expectations of how insane the game would get, just based on what I know from Rick and Morty, based on what I know from Justin Roiland. I knew I was going to get a weird experience. It wasn't exactly what I expected in the gameplay department, at least, so let's get into that. The gameplay has you moving basically from one scene to the next. There's a very limited amount of interactivity in each level. You can only pick up and throw around a few things, kind of like Job Simulator, but somehow much less interactivity even from Job Simulator. Really, what the game boils down to is experiencing whatever characters are in that environment. You don't have a whole lot of interactivity with them. For the most part, you are kind of just listening to them ramble on about whatever it is they're talking about. And they're funny and it's entertaining, but that makes it so that this isn't much of a game. It really is more of a VR experience. And if you wanted to, you could actually get through these scenes very quickly. It's kind of how much you want to listen to the characters and whatever it is they're saying. If you wanted to, you could probably get through the game in maybe 10-15 minutes. It took me an hour and 20 minutes, but that was from listening to these characters go on for sometimes what felt like 20 minutes at a time. If you're there for the gameplay, if you want to buy this game because you want a Job Simulator-like experience, it's just not there. And that kind of leads into the second aspect of the game, which is the humor, which is the main focus of this game. If you're not into Justin Roiland's brand of humor, you will not like this game at all. It is very on brand for him. It is a lot of improvisational lines. It is a lot of screaming. It is borderline annoying at times. But because I do enjoy that type of humor, I like Rick and Morty, I like Justin Roiland, I enjoyed the game for what it was. I could very much understand you not liking this game. There were even some times when characters were talking over each other. I would be listening to this inflatable man in a tree yelling at me while someone else is yelling at me through a telephone.
See? You're gross! Don't get your gross... Who is that?
Something.
Who is
Oh,
it
this
on
is
the phone?
really bad.
Who is
This
that?
is not the accounting
Don't you answer that phone! Don't...
Even for me, who's a fan, that got a little much. Visually, the game is great. I mean, I've talked about this before, how this more cartoony art style is really what works well for VR games. You're also in, very cramped, small environments for the most part, so that helps with draw distance. It helps make the environments look better. It's a simple art style, but it 100% works for this type of game. So this is Accounting Plus, and I never played the original accounting game on, I think it was Vive, but I believe all they did was, without spoiling it in case you do want to play the game, you pretty much just go through the game again with a very small change. The second time through, that difference was not enough to make me actually want to go through the game again. I was just breezing through it. The plus side of Accounting Plus is kind of a joke. A very on-brand joke for Justin Roiland, but it kind of feels like it's at the expense of the gamer, because you're not really getting more for what you're paying for. And the game is $15. Right now I think you can get it for a little under $10 or $11. But even then, I'm not really wanting to say I can recommend it. It is a fun experience. It's one that has little to no replayability. $15 is far too much. $10, I'm still gonna say that's too much. If you can snag this for $5, I might say then it's worth it. But even then, it's only really worth it if you're a fan of this type of humor and Justin Roiland's brand of comedy, because that's pretty much all this game is. So yeah, if you can snag it at a big discount, go for it. If not, you're not missing out on too much. I'll see you guys next time.